Well, good morning and welcome to CBS News Mornings. It is 7 o'clock here in New York City. I'm Anne Marie Green, and here's a look at the stories grabbing our attention right now. The search for answers. Investigators say they found the missing piece of an Alaska Airlines plane that blew off mid-flight, where it was located and what clues it can offer. A breakthrough in Congress. Leaders reach an agreement on funding the government as a shutdown looms. There's some details, though, you want to know about. Big day at the southern border. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas will visit the region today, while new CBS polling shines a light on the critical issue. Ready for round two? Probably not. As parts of the Northeast clean up from its first major winter storm of the season, here comes another blast. Now moving across the country, so stay with us for the forecast. Plus, shooting for the moon and aiming for the history books. The first lunar landing mission in decades launched overnight. We're going to have all the details coming up later on this hour. And Hollywood's Golden Night, a look at the big winners as the stars shine on the first big award show of the season. But first, more on that 140 Boeing planes that have been grounded this morning after an Alaska Airlines flight made an emergency landing Friday when a door plug blew off the side of the plane mid-flight. It left a gaping hole. The Boeing MAX 9 jet was carrying 177 people, but no one was sitting next to the part that blew off. And miraculously, no one was injured. Last night, the NTSB said the Alaska Airlines pilot reported pressurization warning lights on 3 earlier flights on that very same plane.
I can just see the outside of the door plug from the pictures, the white portions. We can't see anything else. But we're going to go pick that up and make sure that we begin analyzing it.
More than 1,000 United and Alaska Airlines flights were canceled or delayed over the weekend. Joining me now with more on this is Mark Walker. He's an investigative reporter for the New York Times. Mark, thank you so much for joining us. You know, people saw those images of that hole in the side of the plane, and you just start thinking, what would I do if I was on that flight? Where do things stand now with the investigation into how this happened, and how important is it that this door plug has been located now?
Yeah, thanks for having me. The fact that the door plug's been located is a critical piece of evidence in this investigation. Obviously, they will be able to take that door plug and look at the bolts, look at all the pieces of that door plug, and now it's trying to make a determination as to what's going wrong. On the opposite end of the aisle, there's another door plug, so they'll also be able to sort of compare the door plug that was blown off with the one that still remained on the plane. And so in that way, they'll be able to try and compare and see, like, if there were missing pieces, if there were damage, to determine what actually went wrong when this flight took off.
So now we're learning that the pressurization warning light actually did go off 3 times on this very same plane before, and so much so that they had altered